Hey there YouTube, I'm Tristan, and today I'm playing Dicewars. So, funny story. Basically, me and Leo have both been, pretty out of it lately, and we didn't really have the ability to record a new episode of Freedom Planet, and when I was looking through my Steam library, I was having trouble finding games that I could play for an episode as a one-off filler that I wouldn't go, wait, but I'd want to make an actual series out of this instead of doing a one-off. So thus, instead, we have Dicewars, which is a flash game that I just found on the internet. As you can see, it is very old. Also, yay, guest starring the cursor for once. And it is not particularly in-depth. But let's get started. There's no how to play, you kind of just have to figure it out on your own. I'm gonna start with a 2-player game board. On account of it means I get to go first. And with more players, usually the AI will go first. Their turns are a lot faster, and it can be very difficult to follow what's going on. So I'm just gonna go first with 2 players so that I can explain what's actually happening. So this game has kind of been described as like a very dumbed down speed Risk, which I suppose is sort of true. Essentially you have these territories that have dice in them, and you want to capture territories from your opponents who also have dice in them. We always play as purple for reasons I cannot comprehend, but that's just how it is. And all of our territories have a different number of dice in them. There's a number down here which dictates how many dice you get per round at the end of your turn. It seems to be loosely based on the number of territories you have, but I mean if you count up you'll see that it's not always 1-to-1, and I don't really understand why or what the calculation is. It just kind of happens. But let's start off with what these dice even do. So the instructions are simple: click your area, click neighbor to attack. So let's start with this territory down here. I have 4 dice. I'm gonna click on this one over here, which has 2 dice. It's gonna roll for my attack and their defense. It runs pretty quickly. You can see I had a 21 to their 5, so I took the territory. I left one of my dice behind and moved the others over here, and their dice in the territory were obliterated. So I still have the same number of dice, but they're more spread out. You can't attack from territories that just have 1 dice, because reasons. Now if my attack had failed, their territory would have been unaffected, and I would have just gone down to 1 dice in the attacking territory, which I'm sure we'll get to see. I can demonstrate on this one over here, because this attack is definitely going to fail. So I rolled an 8 and they get an 18. So yeah, I just got knocked down 1 dice. Let's try for this one. Ooh, yeah. Sometimes you just kind of get unlucky. Let's try this one. Ooh. Yeah, the game has a nasty tendency to get better rolls than you. 17 versus 12. Nice. So you can kind of chain your attacks through various territories, and you can attack a territory multiple times. As you can see, a tie works in the defender's favor. And you kind of basically just want to get as many territories as you can, because of course that depends on how many dice you get. I think that the calculations we go sometimes, this is definitely not right, because it says they have 2 territories when they clearly don't. They have more than that. Oof. Let's see, let's try with you. Yes. Ooh, no, now that's the worst roll I could have possibly gotten. So you can see my stack of dice is pretty thin. I can't move through my own territory, so these taller ones kind of just exist to defend at this point. I am out of things that I can do, because all of these just have 1 dice. Well, there's this one, I suppose. Yeah, that went about as well as I was expecting. So let's end our turn, and we'll randomly get dice in our territories based on this number. And there they go. Now it's the AI's turn, and the AI goes even faster. Like, good luck following what the AI does, honestly, and what the rolls are. Especially if there's multiple AIs. You may have seen at the beginning that this game goes up to 7 AI players. So yeah, they As you can see, things have changed quite drastically. That's not so good for me. Oh, come on. I'll take that territory. That's like pretty much guaranteed, at least. You usually want to have more dice than the territory you're attacking for reasons that are exactly that. Of course, if you have a territory with a lot of dice, you can kind of just do whatever you like with it. Oh, for real? Okay. That's fine, I guess. Yeah, I'll take this one. Because even if it spreads yourself kind of thin, it's kind of a... The flip side of it is you'll get more dice, but you also spread yourself a little more thin. But it can kind of snowball sometimes, because if you have a lot of territory, you're getting a lot of dice, which means you can invade more territories, which means you can get more dice. And on the flip side, if you don't have many territories at all, it can be difficult to come back because you're barely getting any dice. And really? Okay, I was worried they were going to get an 11 there. I don't like your presence there. You'll spread yourself out a bit and then I can counterattack at least. Let's take that one. And yeah, sure, let's go for this one. Cool. Alright, ending turn. So I've done a couple of games of this before I started recording, as you can probably tell from the fact that I know what the heck is happening. And the game seems to be a bit more slanted against you in higher numbers of players. Like, I started off with, like, somewhere near the max number of players, and I didn't actually win a game until I moved down to 2-player. So that's not encouraging. But, we'll get to see what that's like in a bit. Let's try and take out this corner. Oof, not quite. Okay, it's very dangerous to let your opponent have any kind of foothold that they can regroup from. Because, they really will come for you. Alright, let's move in. Let's take that. Yes, yes. Okay, they're running very low on dice. There's not a whole lot they're going to be able to do now. Yeah, case in point. We've pretty much got him on the ropes at this point. And let's just, for good measure, of course not. One more turn. Look at all those dice we have. Yeah. Of course. It's things like this, you know? It just, sometimes it's just like this. But now, there's no way he's standing up to this. Oops, nope, not that one. Yeah, this is the benefit of building your forces. Hooray! We win. And we can see a replay in even faster motion. Because this is, this is very enlightening, isn't it? Let's not watch the whole thing. Let's try bumping it up to 4 players and see how that goes. We can re-roll our starting maps. Let's see if we get anything we like. What do we even want, really? Remember, we're always purple. Oh, we got a stronghold here. Sure, let's try this one. Oh, we're actually going first. That's nice. I don't like you. Yes. Okay. Pink will probably attack me there, but that's okay. Kind of just trying to get a foothold established, basically. Let's try and bridge my territory here, yeah. Nice, okay. I don't think I want to push my luck any more than that, honestly. Okay. And now, time for the AI to go. So this is when the game really just kind of starts becoming a movie that you watch. Yeah, things just kind of happen. Alright. Apparently I have a lot of dice up here. Oh, never mind, not anymore. These dice are nice, but also isolated. I can't do anything with them. Let's try and just build up our territory. Okay. And I think that's it. because we definitely want to have as much territory as we can, because that means more dice. More dice means more attacking, but also means more defense. So even if we're spread thin, kind of paradoxically, we still want to have as much as we can. At least I think so. There's no guide on how to play this game. It just kind of exists. It is what it is. I take a risk and attack. Pick here. Nice. Alright, that's one player has been knocked out. Of course, we need to take out everybody in order to win. And if we get knocked out, then we just instantly lose. But this looks like a fairly solid start. That I don't like. I don't like late green over here. Okay, let's take this territory, and then he'll of course take it back. But the more he moves these dice down here, we'll be better in position to strike back with this accumulating stockpile over here. Okay, that was rude. What the heck? Yeah, I didn't think so. And look at how many we've got up here now, actually. Yeah, see, by continuing to push in, now he's been weakened, and we can just take this land right back. Boom. And... wow. What do I do with you? Let's try going this way. Nope. Nope, wrong. Here come the greens. I would really prefer that they went after each other and not me. That would be nice. Okay, you can go that way. I have these big stacks of dice, but they're all just kind of quarantined out here, and I can't really do anything with them. It's kind of annoying. Ow. I suppose it means I have a solid defense, but I kind of just have to build up my forces enough to actually be able to make a proper attack, and they, of course, also have their own little dice fortresses. Fortressi. Wow, that was the most embarrassing attack and defense. 2 versus 1. Okay. Alright. Alright. I can just get you out into the fray a little bit. Of course. Yeah. Alright. That's that. I definitely have the most territory right now as far as gathering dice. Well, for how much longer is the question. Alright, you dare take my lands. You shall suffer. Well, except for there. I do not like how many dice you have there. I'd like to do something about it. But I can't. Not yet. Wow. And just like that, I don't have that much in the way of borders. Alright, you're starting to push in, but you're giving big stacks opportunities to escape and scour the land. A foolish mistake. Alright. 10. Ugh. Sometimes the dice just hate you. It's just like that. Okay, man, look at, and even though, look how much territory I've ended up with. Of course, you're gonna try and fight back and reclaim it, because that's how this game works. Oh boy. My empire! No! Alright, alright, alright. 29. And let's take you. I don't want you to have a foothold there. 24. Just going on the attack. Here we go. That's a bit more like it, wouldn't you say? What a turn. Wow, that's all you guys had, huh? I guess we're gonna start pushing this way a little bit. Not really too far though, cause yeah, those are some big dice stacks. We're gonna have to get them on the counterattack, I think. They're gonna have to close on our big stacks, and then we have to take it back. Because now we're letting their stacks out, kind of like how we had happening earlier. Wow, that was horrendously unlucky. Made a pretty good noise out of it though, so we have that. Why did I do that? That wasn't very smart at all. Oof. That was a bad roll. I might bring this back. Oof. Ooh. Did I just attack with one dice? These animations go so fast. Okay. Time for the big tower to come in. Take you on. Yeah. Let's have you versus you. Okay. Alright. You're still trapped. Okay. And I can't do anything else except use those, which I don't want to do. Like, the back and forth in this is just really amazing. Aww. I have another double stack coming out. What do you intend to do about that? Nice, 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 nice. Okay, okay. Just kind of, taking out as many of their dice as I can. Good grief. I wonder if this match will actually end by the end of the episode. I was going to do an 8-player game after this, but it's starting to look like we're not going to have time for it. Also, wow. There we go, that's more like it. Let's just bring you around this way. That will do. Yeah, I didn't think so. Yeah, this really is the danger of not being able to move through your own territories. You get all of your big attacking stacks where you can't use them. Okay. Alright, yep, the game really just doesn't like you with the rules. Come on. We've kind of all got our own fortresses. Like, I can't even imagine assaulting that area. They're not even attacking each other because they know that if they fail, their stacks are going to go down to 1, and then they're just going to get invaded. A strange game. The only winning move is not to play, etc., etc. Except that's not at all the original context of that quote, but whatever. Yeah, 20 versus 1 will do it. So I could take this area out. Yeah, that's gonna make my life a little easier, I think. One less point of attack. It's pretty much all gonna come down to this choke point now, really. Much more defensible area. Especially once I can get my large stacks into the action. Alright, let's see how far you can get. Ooh, I gotta try. Yeah. Because there's honestly, if you know you're about to get attacked, there's not much of a benefit to not attacking, doing a preemptive strike, Because if you lose the matchup, they would just attack you anyway, so... I hope that made sense. Basically, they don't take they don't take any losses based on how much you have in a territory. So long as they win the roll, it doesn't matter if you had 1 dice or 5. So you might as well give it a shot. If they're going to run over you anyway. So, this really is going to be back and forth, isn't it? If I can get this one, that provides some interesting opportunity. Yeah, 35. Because now they have to expend even more dice coming in to my lands. Ooh, this is interesting. Because every time they have to retake one of my territories, that means that they have to spend dice to do it. Also, they're stupid and going the wrong way. And locking themselves in. My goodness. Look at how many dice I have! That is too many! Good grief. Wow, those are all maxed out, actually. The game will not give me any more dice. I have nowhere else for them to be placed. I pretty much just have to keep going until I win all the rolls. Oh boy, they made a big blunder. Alright, there you go. Now it's time for the final opponent. He's gonna come back in, and then... oh my god. Oh my gosh. This really is full tug-of-war mode now. Good grief. Look at how many dice I'm not getting. And there we go. Whew. That was a lot longer than I was expecting. Let's view the history for Gex. Oh boy. Anyway, this was definitely a strange one. Kind of a niche viewing experience, I suppose. In the event that we ever need to do more emergency filler, basically, I guess let me know if this was fun to watch or not, and if you'd like to see more of this in future filler situations, or if you would prefer anything but this. I mean, I had fun, but that's partially because I got to win this time. If you'd like to see me lose at higher numbers of players, that could be fun. We can see the defeat screen. But yeah, I don't think this replay is going to end anytime soon. So I'm just going to call it here. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully with regular uploads again. We'll see. It's that time of year. Bye-bye.